Welcome to the WTIM Morning Show, heard live on 107.9 FM in the Payne and Nokomis area and streamed live on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook. Your guest this morning, Jack Meyers. He's a public affairs specialist with the Social Security Administration. Welcome back to the program, Jack.
Hey, thanks for having me, Avery.
Yeah, hope you have a great Thanksgiving ahead of you. I won't actually be able to wish you a happy Thanksgiving, so I'm doing it now. Happy Thanksgiving.
And same to you. Thank you.
You doing any traveling this weekend? Well, this long weekend?
Yeah, a little bit, but nothing too crazy.
Nothing too crazy.
We won't be going any mass transit or anything like that.
Okay, so I wanted to ask you, you are the master with everything has to do with Social Security and Social Security benefits and everything. So what if I say we're receiving Social Security benefits because of disability and I wasn't working, but then I wanted to be able to return to work? Is there something that I can use that the Social Security Administration offers that can help me with that transition?
Avery, there is, and we administer out of our offices two different types of disability programs. We have the Social Security Disability Insurance, which is sometimes referred to as SSDI. That one's based on the work you did prior to becoming disabled and the taxes that you paid into the Social Security system. And then there's the Supplemental Security Income, or SSI, disability program. And that one is a needs-based program. So if you didn't have an opportunity to work prior to becoming disabled and you don't have eligibility for the Social Security Disability Benefit Program, you may qualify for something through the SSI program. Now, in both cases, the medical criteria are the same, but it's your work history that kind of dictates which one you might qualify for. And with the SSI program, that one is needs-based. So you have to have limited income, limited resources in order to qualify for that. But with that foundation laid, I do want to mention a couple things that we have available to folks who want to try to get back to work, because there is a pretty strong desire in a lot of people who are on disability benefits to try to get off of those benefits one day and get back into the workforce, but it can be a challenge. So, we have something that we call the Ticket to Work program. This is a free voluntary program that's going to be kind of geared towards supporting career development for SSDI or SSI beneficiaries or recipients. So, essentially it's somebody that you can turn to for some assistance with developing new work skills. Maybe your disability has made it impossible or unlikely for you to be able to do what you did prior to becoming disabled. So you want to turn to something like the Ticket to Work to help you develop some new working skills or, new talents, if you will, that can help you get back into the workforce. And that Ticket to Work can help you with that. So if you wanted to get some information on that, you can find it a couple different ways. We have a website, and on our website, we have info about this. So if you go to www.ssa.gov/work, you can find info about the Ticket to Work. They also have a phone number, so you could call the Ticket to Work helpline at 866-968-7842. And that phone is available during weekdays, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. There are also monthly webinars that are available to kind of help you learn about this whole Ticket to Work thing. And those you can get to by going to www.choosework.ssa.gov. So a few different places there. If you can't keep track of all that, just go to ssa.gov, which is our main website, and look around for Ticket to Work or Working While Disabled. You'll find links to these other things I've been mentioning here.
Ticket to Work sounds like a great program to help people develop new skills. Now, what is this plan for Achieving Self-Support or PASS program?
Yeah, Avery. So that's something that's out here as well. That I mentioned it in the past. The plan for Achieving Self-Support is more geared towards the SSI program, I would say. And the reason for that is if you think back to what I was saying a couple minutes ago, With SSI being a needs-based program, you have to have limited income and limited assets or resources in order to qualify. Now, normally for an individual, the asset limit is $2,000. For a married couple, it's $3,000. So if you have more than that, you would be ineligible for the SSI program. But we do have something called the Plan for Achieving Self-Support. So if you're on SSI, for example, and you want to develop this new career, or you want to go to school, or you want to do something that'll one day hopefully help you get off of the SSI benefits, what you could do is you could put this plan in writing and get it to us at Social Security. If we approve that plan, then you could actually set aside some money that you're using to build towards that future, if you will, and we would exclude that so that you could remain eligible for SSI. And one of the examples that I give, and this is just one of many different possibilities, is let's say a person wanted to start a lawn care business. Okay, so you can't have a lawn care business if you don't have lawn care equipment. Maybe you need lawn mowers and weed eaters and all kinds of things that you would need for a lawn care business. Well, if you put that into a Plan for Achieving Self-Support and we approve that for you, then what you could do is you could start to set money aside towards the purchase of that lawn care equipment. And that money that you have set aside would not count towards your $2,000 SSI resource limit. So that's just, like I said, one example how a Plan for Achieving Self-Support would work. If you want more info, including the form, because we do have a form you could use to fill that out and put it in writing, it's called an SSA 545BK. But the way you could find some info out is to go to ssa.gov, our website. And then if you look for our publication section, we have, once you get there, we have this filter box. If you just type the word plan, PLAN, it'll pull up info about the Plan for Achieving Self-Support, and you can learn more about it and even find that 545 form there on the website.
Now, it sounds to me like communication is pretty important with these programs. Just letting the Social Security Administration know what your plan is can really help your claim.
Hey, you know what, Avery, that's so important. You hit it on the head there. It's critical that you let us know, especially with the Plan for Achieving Self-Support, because as I mentioned, we do have to approve that ahead of time. So, you've got to get that in writing and get it approved before you start setting that money aside. But, it's also possible that maybe the Plan for Achieving Self-Support isn't really what you want. Maybe the ticket to work isn't for you, but maybe as you travel around your community, you notice help wanted signs everywhere. And you think, what? Maybe I can't work full time, because of this disability, but I would like to see if I can do something. So, maybe it's not as elaborate as needing a long plan and that sort of thing. But if you're going to go back to work, or if you're thinking about it, once you are pretty sure you're going to do that and you have that kind of lined up, you need to let us know. So get in touch with us at Social Security. Give us a call at 800-772-1213, or in Springfield at 877-279-9504. You want to let us know that you're working, where you're working, the details of your employment, and then you need to start reporting your wages to us on a monthly basis so that we know how much you're making and can communicate with you what type of impact, if any, that's going to have on your Social Security or your SSI benefits.
What other information or resources, maybe publications, do you have that'll help people who are currently disabled and thinking about returning to the workforce?
So we do have a couple what I think are really good publications, and I'll give you these two. There's one that's kind of like a quick summary. It hits all the high points, but it doesn't dwell too much on all the details. And then there's one that's really comprehensive. I mean, it's almost like a magazine. It's very thorough. So both of them are available on our website. So if you go to ssa.gov/public-pubs, so ssa.gov/pubs, or just scroll down and find the publication section. The one that's kind of the good summary is called Working While Disabled, How We Can Help. And then the other one that's really comprehensive is called the Red Book. So both of those are available there at ssa.gov/pubs.
Talking with Jack Meyers. He's a public affairs specialist with the Social Security Administration here on the WTIM Morning Show. More from Jack after this here at WTIM, your information station. You can listen to the WTIM Morning Show on the Big 870 across Central Illinois, or watch it stream live on the WTIM TV YouTube.
Let's check the markets now on the RFD Radio Network on this Tuesday. I'm Jim Taylor. Corn, beans, and wheat all trading lower at this hour. December corn 575.5 down 1 1/4. March corn down 1 1/4, 583. December 22 corn 558 1/4 down half a penny. January beans currently 1266 3/4 down 7 1/2. March beans down 8, 1278 1/4. November 22 beans 1249 3/4 down 6 1/4. December wheat 842 3/4 down 3. March wheat down 3 3/4, 853 3/4. July wheat down 4 1/4, 844 1/2. December bean meal 365.40 down 460. December bean oil 59.39 down 2 pennies. The livestock market at this hour, December live cattle up 32 cents, 134.75. January feeders 162.55 up 85 cents. December lean hogs down 42 cents, 74.22. Look at the markets on the RFD Radio Network on this Tuesday. I'm Jim Taylor.
I'm Sarah Van Huss, Assistant Vice President at People's Bank and Trust in Pana and Taylorville. People's Bank and Trust is proud of their longtime sponsorship of Taylorville High School Students of the Month on the many News Talk WTIM platforms on AM, FM, and online.
Hi, I'm Wesley Ford. I'm the Taylorville High School Junior Student of the Month. My parents are Eric Ford and Katie Ford. My interests are playing video games, and I plan to go to college and become a biologist.
People's Bank and Trust congratulates these Taylorville High School Students of the Month and wishes them the best in their continued education. We put people first at People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
When it comes to severe weather, no app, no siren, no computer can provide you with the instant weather information that this Miller Media Group radio station provides. Our broadcast equipment is linked directly to the National Weather Service, and anytime they issue a watch or warning for our local county or any of our surrounding counties, that information is broadcast instantly right here, anytime, 24 hours a day. So don't worry about downloading an app or worrying about whether a siren will go off. Just have your radio tuned to this Miller Media Group radio station anytime for the latest severe weather information. We're here to keep you safe.
The Miller Media Group is looking for someone who's local in sales and wants to advance their career. We have an immediate opening for an account executive who understands the importance of small businesses to our local economy. Just bring your sales expertise to us and we'll train you with above average pay along the way. Prove yourself to us and you could be promoted to sales manager for our radio group with a great compensation package. It all starts with an email to sales@randyradio.com. That's sales@randyradio.com. We're an equal opportunity employer.
Welcome back to the WTIM Morning Show, heard live on the Big 870 across Central Illinois and streamed live on the TaylorvilleDailyNews.com Facebook page. Our guest this morning, Jack Meyers. He's a public affairs specialist with the Social Security Administration. Jack, you know what I didn't know today?
What's that?
I didn't know that millions, and I'm talking millions of veterans in America rely on Social Security benefits and programs. That's crazy. Millions.
Yeah, you know, Avery, every year, and I know we're getting a little further removed from Veterans Day as we approach the Thanksgiving holiday, but every year in November and other times along the way, I just like to call attention to some of the things that we have at Social Security that can hopefully help veterans who need some assistance. I think it's obviously very important that we provide services to veterans who have made so many sacrifices, both them and their families, for our country and, you know, in conjunction with their service. So it's just a good time to mention a couple things about our programs. And, you know, one of the things that's a good spot to start for veterans is our Wounded Warriors page. If you go to www.ssa.gov/Wounded Warriors, you can find answers to many commonly asked questions about our disability benefit programs. We've got a couple things that we can do for veterans where we can essentially expedite their disability applications. And so in order to qualify for that, and you'll find this on the Wounded Warrior webpage, but basically we have one thing that we do call the Wounded Warrior Initiative. And what that entails is we can expedite processing of disability claims for military service members who became disabled while they were on active military service on or after 10/1/2001. And this is true regardless of where they were when they became disabled. So there is no special requirement of where they had to have been when they became disabled. It's just that they had to have been on active service on or after 10/1/2001 when they got disabled or became disabled. So that's one way. And then the other way is we can apply the expedited processing for veterans who have a VA compensation rating of 100% permanent and total from the Department of Veterans Affairs. So if you or someone you know meets either of those criteria and you need to apply for Social Security disability benefits, just understand that one of the things that we're able to do is put your case kind of at the front of the line, is basically what that entails. Now, our medical criteria are going to be the same for everybody. So, we assess your case the same way we would assess anybody else's case in terms of, whether or not you qualify for the benefit. But what this does, and both of these initiatives do, is it just helps us get you a decision faster. And really, that boils down to a small thank you for your service. It's what we can do within the guidelines of the law to thank you for your service and hopefully get you that decision for Social Security a little faster than you otherwise would.
We have a limited amount of time, Jack. Anything that you'd like to go over before you go, or anything that you and me didn't get a chance to cover as thorough as you would have liked?
You know what, Avery, I think one more thing that I'd like to throw in on this veterans topic is understand that there is a difference between Social Security disability benefits and disability benefits from the VA. Sometimes folks don't necessarily make that distinction. So if you get disability from the VA, you could still apply for disability from Social Security because they are different.
All right. And before you go, just how can people learn more about Social Security?
So all the programs that I talked about today and much, much more is available on our website. You can find info at www.ssa.gov, or you can give us a call at 800-772-1213, and locally at 877-279-9504. So if you need us, reach out. We're here to help.
All right. Off topic. Jack, outside of the turkey, what's your favorite Thanksgiving dish?
Mashed potatoes and gravy.
Mashed potatoes and gravy. All right. You heard the man. He's Jack Meyers, the public affairs specialist with Social Security Administration in the office in Springfield. Thank you so much for coming on the program, Jack.
My pleasure. Thanks for having me, Avery, and you stay safe out there.
Happy Thanksgiving. All right.
You too. Thank you.
Yeah. You're listening to the WTIM Morning Show on the Big 870 across Central Illinois. WTIM, your information station.